This is going to sound a little bit morbid, but everybody, I want you to stay safe out in these streets because some of you guys, unfortunately, are not going to make it to GTA 6, okay? And I'm not even joking, okay? Because for me, it is absolute top priority to put my safety at the absolute forefront so that I can make it to see GTA 6. Now, I'm GTA 6, okay? Everything stops, all right? Ain't gonna be no videos. I'll be keeping it real with you. Ain't really gonna be no showering going on. It's gonna be nothing but GTA 6 when this game drops, okay? Everything stops. Nothing. Sorry, content's over with. And I'm probably not the only one. All your favorite content creators, we're gonna press the pause button. We're gonna be playing nothing but straight GTA 6 because I'm a GTA diehard, okay? I got sealed copies of all the original GTA games. I am a GTA dork, all right? Don't make me go and get my games off the shelf, all right? Real talk. What you know about sealed copies of GTA 1, all right? What you know about those, all right? What you know about sealed copies of GTA London, all right? Some of you fools might not have even known this game existed, okay? GTA London, sealed, original, 85 graded. Come on, don't piss me off, man. What you know about sealed copy of GTA 2? I got all the rest of them, but I can't even be bothered to get them off the shelf, okay? So you know I'm a real one, all right? I'm a GTA fanatic. I done completed all the GTAs through and through and through and through, left, right, and center from since I was a kid. I was way too young to be playing these games, okay? So all I want to do is make it to GTA 6 and play this game. But unfortunately, people, it is breaking my heart to report to you that the news just came out the other day, all right, that GTA 6 has been delayed yet again, okay? Yet again, another delay for GTA 6. They said Rockstar done it again, all right? They ran it back. Another delay. We've been waiting for this game for over 10 years. I remember being in the midnight line to buy GTA 5, all right? I was at university. Other kids were out partying, having fun, you know what I mean? Chasing the ladies at the clubs, pouring bottles. I was in a line for GTA 5, okay? So this actually is official, okay? They've popped out and they've said, they've let everybody know the awful news. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to launch November the 19th, 2026. That's more than a year from now. We were thinking, yo, it's like we might got a 5 months, 6, like we was thinking couple months. That ain't really that long. We got Christmas, all the stuff's gonna keep us occupied. 6ix9ine interview. It's more than it's more than a year. I don't trust these fools. I don't trust these fools at this point. They said GTA 6 will now release on Thursday, November the 19th, 2026. Ugh. We're sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait. Really? You think? Bro, 12 years, bro. And it's about to be 13 years. That's bad luck. 2013 and they took 13 years. It's a joke at this point, all right? So we're sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. That better not be in-game purchases with real money. That better not, that level of polish you're talking about better not be a bunch of, shark cards? A bunch of shit I got by with shark cards? Give it a rest. We want to thank you again for your patience and support while the wait is a little longer. We're incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonida. It's meant to be Florida and a return to the modern day Vice City, aka Miami. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Another year, man. Another year. It's peak. I'm fuming. I'm fuming as the engineer right now. I'm fuming. But it's not. I was about to say it's not as bad as you think. It's not as good as you think, okay? Because apparently there's been stuff going on behind the scenes, a bunch of drama at Rockstar Games that this is a company in turmoil. And I'm starting to think the game is never, ever going to drop. Now, here's what's interesting, okay? I've just got a few posts on Reddit. We're going to run this like it's Chiracology, okay? Does anybody remember that Rockstar employee that made a post on this sub the day before Trailer 2 came out? And somebody said, I think the delays to the GTA 6 are for polishing reasons, will actually benefit the chances of GTA 6 online coming very quickly after the release, rather than hurting it and it being delayed even further out like the single player currently is. I mean, we're talking a 10+ year multiplayer game that will generate billions of dollars for Rockstar and Take-Two online is going to come quickly, especially with all the focus now on polish. Now, in my opinion, I think what they're doing is they're actually trying to set it up so that from day one, you're going to be able to play online and you're going to be able to do this GTA role-playing stuff. Because if you don't know, okay, GTA 5M, which was the original role-playing server where you could modify GTA, okay, it was acquired by Rockstar Games. Okay, and this was going around on Reddit. Rockstar Games acquired CFXRE, the team behind 5M. They said, ain't nobody having no fun in this Liberty, in this, in Liberty City, Vice City, Los Santos, any of these, San Fierro even included. You ain't having no fun in these places without us wetting our whistles. It's a joke. All right. They said people was making, they saw T Grizzly, all right, running it up, making a few $100,000 a month. And they said, absolutely not. This stops right now. Ain't nobody, when GTA 6 comes out, you best believe there's going to be role play servers and all of it's going to be pay to play and it's going to be going to Rockstar Games. I guarantee you that. Okay. Now look at this comment. Okay. Somebody made that tweet, said there was this guy who said he worked at Rockstar and dropped a long 5 to 6 paragraph thread explaining why the game's taking so long, claiming it's all because of the online mode. Everyone in the comments called him a liar and said he was faking it. He left the post up a few hours before deleting it and his account. The reason I'm bringing it up is because I saw this tweet that reminded me of him. And honestly, what he said actually makes sense now and could be 100% true. And since the latest news about the delay came out saying they want to make sure the game's 100% right and it's actually been finished for a while, it kind of validates the guy that made that post. Does anybody have the link to the post he made in here? I used to have a screenshot of it, but it was deleted. All right. So people are pissed. All right. Somebody said they found it. Let's check this out. Let's see if we can see this. All right. And there's going to be far-reaching consequences to this. Okay. I believe, is this the entire post? But there's an interesting Reddit post where a Rockstar employee, it's not what you think. All right, so it's quite long, okay? It's quite long, but I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to tell you about some of the consequences that are now happening because of this post being out here, okay? So let me lock in and read this to you, okay? They said, it's not what you think. I need to get this out there. I've been watching people online argue, guess, and blame all the wrong things. I can't keep pretending I don't know what's actually happening. This isn't some rant. It's just the truth. People deserve it. The story mode for GTA 6 has been fully finished and playable since January 2025, as I'm aware of. Then give it to us. Oh, you won't give it to us because you want to squeeze our pockets dry. You want to squeeze all of your loyal fans like a tube of toothpaste so that we can pay for GTA RP. I'm not having it, okay? So that's not speculation. I've seen it. It's not almost done. It's not still being tested. It's finished. Fully playable from beginning to end. They're keeping hold of it. They have it. Somebody leak it back. Somebody, bruh, please. It says the missions are there. The characters are there. The single player world is complete and it's not being delayed because it's broken. If anything, it's better than what most people are expecting. One of the most polished builds the world will ever see. The real reason for the delay is online. Full stop. Execs are obsessively focused on getting the GTA Online right this time. By right, what do you mean by right? When you say right, do you mean... You know what I'm saying? Do you mean... Yeah, I know what you mean. They saw firsthand what GTA Online became for GTA 5 and how much revenue it brought them long term. This time, the stakes are way higher. They don't just want a working online mode, they want a platform that is nothing but perfection. I've been in meetings where the focus is entirely on day one concurrency, server load testing, and back-end systems being airtight. We already had our internal launch yield forecast, and the expectation is somewhere between 35 and 40 million players accessing GTA 6 online within the first 72 hours of its release. And I will be there. I will be. Even though I'm pissed off at Rockstar, I will be there. You best believe I'll be there. That number is driving almost every technical and infrastructure decision right now. There's a lot of internal pressure to avoid what happened in 2013. No crashes, no major bugs, no login issues. They want a strong pipeline already in place before launch, not scrambling to patch or add things later. That's where most of the resources have been shifted, not because the rest of the game isn't ready, but because they're treating online like its own game entirely. Then drop the story mode. Shut up. Just shut up and drop the story mode, you waste men. It says, this isn't coming from some secondhand source. I work cross-team on project schedules. I sit in on progress review calls. I've seen the priorities shift. I've watched features get shelved or frozen just to funnel more resources towards online. It's not a secret. Internally, everyone knows where the pressure is coming from. Everyone's been told what matters most. They're talking a little too much. I'm going to tell you why this shit backfired. What the public doesn't know, and you're about to know because I'm going to tell you, at all is that all the internal burnout and drama we've been dealing with, the turnover is definitely the highest it's been in years, especially in the past 8 months. It's easy to hire people right now, but getting them to stay is the problem. Some departments are constantly replacing people. The team I'm part of, which I won't name for obvious reasons, has been working 70 hours a week since December 2023. I know some guys pulling 80. The work culture is intense. A lot of us don't even eat at the cafe anymore. We just grab food and eat at our desks because there's no time. I've seen really talented people quit, people who were amazing amazing at what they did simply because the workload crushed them. The pressure to hit timelines is breaking people. That's the part that no one outside sees. Another thing people don't understand is what it actually takes to work at a company like Rockstar. This company doesn't function like most other game studios. It's extremely compartmentalized. People work on systems or features in isolation, often without knowing how it connects to the bigger picture. You only talk to the people on your direct task team. There's still very little visibility outside that. In some ways, it feels more like working inside an intelligence agency than a game company. Information is tightly controlled. Leaks are treated seriously. Well, I wonder how this post will be treated. I'll tell you in a minute. You're expected to keep things to yourself, even in your personal life. You aren't allowed to tell family or friends on what you're working on. Some say they work in tech. Others name a completely different company just to avoid the conversation. In my case, people know what I do on paper, but I've never told anyone what studio I'm at. Honestly, I prefer it that way. Now, before anyone asks, no, they won't be able to trace this back to me. Gulp. I know how they operate when it comes to leaks. I've watched them take people down over less. I know they've handled how they handled the internal calls over the 2022 leaks. I remember when that animator got pulled and let go in 2019 for talking to his cousin about his workload over a burner Instagram. I saw the emails go out when the girlfriend of a developer took photos in the San Diego studio in 2023. I'm not stupid. I know how to keep myself clean. Oh, man, unlucky man. But I also know what's going to happen after this post. There will be meetings across the studios. Communications will go out just like they always do. They'll remind people not to talk. They'll scan badge data. They'll try and figure out who's speaking, but it won't matter. The story mode is done. It's ready. The delay is because online isn't. That's the full story. No conspiracy, no marketing stunt. That last sentence makes me think this is ChatGPT. I'm not going to lie to you. Just a company choosing to wait until everything is aligned for the biggest synchronized launch ever attempted. All right. It said, now Jason Schreier, which is a reputable insider, did eventually reply to the thread and said there were Rockstar employees that found OP's claim to be ridiculous. And while the original poster responded to other comments, didn't respond to his in particular. Maybe that was meant to say Rockstar. But it's if I had to put my thoughts on it, even though I do doubt he was a Rockstar employee at all and definitely has no insider info on Rockstar themselves, I do think points actually stand out. His points aren't actually out of this world, and I do think Rockstar will gladly delay GTA 6 to the next year if they're willing to use the extra polishing time to expand its online component as well. I don't think they'll launch both simultaneously for security and marketing reasons, but for them, they probably see it as the better marketing strategy to spend an extra year to polish and release both modes close enough with only 1 month separating them at the very most. I'm not going to lie, that would be so stupid for you to delay all this time and you still don't even release online at the same time as story mode. Like, come, bro, just get it over with, bro. Like, bro, you've been edging me for this long, bro. You ain't gonna get two out of me. Anyway, all right. The stock in Take-Two Interactive did drop 10% after the delay was announced. Okay, billions of dollars wiped off the map as a result. Take-Two Interactive dropped 10% after the delay. Expect Rockstar to drop a teaser and some screenshots or a remaster soon. They're gonna need that to bounce back. All right, investors are irritated, and we're confident is not moving the needle. If Rockstar lets this stew, the story becomes delay plus drift. The clean reset is the same play they ran last time, damage control without overcommitting. What I think lands next, quick and low lift, short teaser or cinematic stinger, screenshot dump or a radio OST tease, wildcard, a remaster announcement for GTA 4 or Red Dead Redemption 2 on the current gen. It doesn't need to be trailer 3 right away, we just need something to basically change the headline and steady sentiment. Okay, now people are saying that this big fall in the stock price is costing Rockstar billions, not millions, billions. Okay, they're saying it is costing them billions. Okay, I clicked the wrong link, but I'm about to pull up the correct link. It's about to be lit. Wait. So this is a tweet that was going around. It said Take-Two just vaporized $3.2 billion in market capitalization. That's the total price, the value of all of the shares at their market price in existence. So they just lost $3.2 billion in value in their company, okay, to buy 6 months of polish. The math here is wild. They're essentially paying... My bad, I should have that on screen. They're essentially paying $1.7 million per day of delay to avoid shipping a game that might underperform a $7 billion launch window. This tells you everything about how Rockstar views execution risk. They're not optimizing for time to market, they're optimizing for a single variable, launch quality. Because in their model, a flawed GTA 6 doesn't just underperform, it destroys 15 years of franchise equity and tanks the entire live service roadmap. The interesting part, every other AAA publisher is watching this and thinking, we can't afford to do that, but Rockstar can. And that gap is only getting wilder. And just in case I didn't have it on screen a minute ago, this is the stock ticker for Take-Two Interactive dropping 10%, $3.2 billion wiped off in value. Okay, as a result, that's a big dip. That's an L. That's literally, it resembles the shape of an L. They took an L. They took an enormous L. We all took an enormous L. It is absolutely disgraceful, okay? Now, some people, as we saw in that last post that I showed you, some people are thinking they're going to panic and they're going to want to put a new trailer up, okay? And it says that Rockstar Games uploaded a new video and listed it as private. As of November the 6th, 2025, their video count was 395. Today, it changed to 396. They uploaded a new video and listed it as private. Could it be some new information regarding GTA 6 ready to be revealed on Tuesday? And as a lot of people think, they're basically going to try and drop a trailer, drop something, give us something so that they can juice up their stock market price. Basically, the investors are not going to be feeling that. I'm not going to lie. I considered investing in Take-Two. I thought, I don't trust these clowns. I don't trust these clowns. This game might never come out. But some people are thinking maybe the stock dropped. Maybe the game was delayed in relation to another drama that's actually going on surrounding Rockstar Games. Because there was allegedly a bunch of layoffs and they're trying to bust up the unions. So look at this tweet. It says, I want to clarify a few things regarding GTA 6, since a lot of BS is currently circulating around. 1. The union layoffs in the UK and the delay are not related. There are 6,000 employees working at Rockstar. You aren't delaying a game over 35 people getting laid off. That's not how these things work. Not to mention, Rockstar devs were telling me about a delay well before the union layoffs. 2. Rockstar is extremely compartmentalized. A huge number of staff don't even know what's in a lot of the game because they're only exposed to the specific chunk of work that they're assigned. This is done so that the game is so large in scope and also for security reasons. I've apparently seen some insiders saying it's really being delayed till 2027. Stop. I don't even want to read for 2027, bro. Nah, I'm gonna crash out, man. 2027's brazy. Nah. My soul I just felt that in my soul. I feel like I can feel it in my soul. I feel like young boy right now, man. What the hell? And the game is in a messy state. I highly doubt this, and no one I've spoken to has corroborated it. The game is content complete. The game is content complete. All the work from here on out is optimizing the hell out of it and making sure all the systems work to prevent a cyberpunk scenario. 4. Leaks from a former Rockstar employee said that morale is low, and that no doubt that is the case at Edinburgh, but that doesn't translate to all of Rockstar. Bangalore, for example, operates differently and has a different culture to Edinburgh. No shit, right? Basically, people are saying it has nothing to do with the union busting. I say, union busting? What's going on with the union busting? So this is a BBC News article, okay? I'm going to hit you with the BBC real quick. Grand Theft Auto studio accused of union busting after sacking workers. It says Grand Theft Auto maker Rockstar Games, and this is this is a United Kingdom originated company, man. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UK one time, man, because we really get busy over there, man. We gave you a lot of shit. We gave you a lot of stuff that you guys wanted, man. So they've been accused by a trade union of sacking staff in the UK to stop them from unionizing. The Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, which represents people working in the gaming sector, said 31 workers were fired from Rockstar's UK studios on the 30th of October. The union then led rallies outside the company's office in Edinburgh and London on Thursday to protest what it described as the most blatant and ruthless act of union busting in the history of games industry. The BBC approached Rockstar's parent company Take-Two Interactive for comment, which reportedly claimed staff was sacked for sharing confidential information, perhaps in a forum, no less. Okay, perhaps in a forum, no less. It said, last week we took action against a small number of individuals who were found to be distributing and discussing confidential information in a public forum, a violation of our company's policies, a Rockstar spokesperson told Bloomberg in a statement. This is in no way related to people's right to join a union or engage in union activities. At large video game studios, information about game development is tightly controlled, with employees often signing agreements not to share confidential information. Rockstar's upcoming GTA 6 is expected to be one of the best-selling games of all time. But Union President Alex Marshall accused Rockstar of deflecting from the real reason for firing staff, which the IWGB believes is their union involvement. They're afraid of hardworking staff privately discussing exercising their rights for a fairer workplace and a collective voice. And my man in the forum was telling us about how, we're working 70, 80, 90-hour weeks. We're eating our food at our desk. I'm not going to lie, bro. I've worked a lot of tough jobs. I work very hard. Boo-hoo. Like, when people talk about, I'm so rushed off my feet, I ate my Starbucks sandwich at my desk. Bro, shut up, man. Just go and eat in the lunchroom, bro. You can't type. You're eating your Starbucks sandwich, and then you're wiping your fingers and typing. Just eat it for 10 minutes and go back to work, bro. You ain't scoring no points for eating at your desk. Shut up. Anyway, It says management are showing me that they don't care about delays to GTA 6 and that they're prioritizing union busting by targeting the very people who make the game. According to IWGB, the UK workers fired at the end of October were part of a group discussing forming a union at the company. Now, Mr. Marshall says it's only non-Rockstar employees were union organizers. We refute that confidential information was shared publicly. IWGB said in a statement, Dr. Paolo Ruffino, senior lecturer in digital curation and computational creativity at King's College London, shouts KCL gang, said it was a textbook case of non-disclosure agreements being used by gaming firms. They're used at every level in gaming, creating a culture of secrecy that makes investigating working conditions nearly impossible. Now, that's a very, very good point. It says that the real question is whether these dismissals were about leaked information or protected union activity, a distinction UK employment law requires, but which NDA allegations make difficult to prove. It says, speaking to the BBC at a picket outside the Rockstar North offices in Edinburgh, organiser Fred Carter said he was standing alongside staff who had been sacked without warning, without reason. They've been fired, we believe, because they're union members, which is a protected activity in the UK. We're asking people to come out and support us to demand their jobs back and demand accountability from Rockstar. One of the dismissed employees speaking at the Edinburgh rally said there was a power imbalance at play in conversations with management. Not everyone is comfortable speaking up, and even when you do, you can get shut down because you're just one person. Now, I do have some videos of the picket going on outside Rockstar Games. I just thought this would be funny to show you guys.
Union busting! Union busting! Union busting! Be nice! Stand up for workers' rights!
It says Grand Theft Employment. Bro, you can't lie. They're going in. They got all the references. They're giving them 2 stars. Bro, you might be messing around and get 5 stars in a minute, man. You gotta be careful.
Zelnick's wages! Zelnick's wages! Say sorry! Be nice! Stand up for workers' rights! Say sorry! Be nice! Stand up for workers' rights!
Now, on the one hand, okay, I feel like, look, if all this unionizing is going to delay GTA 6 further, we're going to have to bust up them unions like it's the 70s, okay? I really don't care. I will bust up all the unions. We're going to go back to slave labor if it gets us GTA 6 in time. Like, we might have to bring back... Nah, I'm not going to... Nah. We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that, man. We ain't going to do that. But look, I don't know. Like whoever's making them iPhones, them kids in China that are making them iPhones, let's draft them in, man. Yeah, we ain't going to go back to slavery. That's too peak, but... Bro, like get some of these Chinese youths to just get busy with the, you know what I'm saying, with the coding and shit. Like, please, just anything. But anyway, all right. On one hand, I'm kind of joking with that. On the other hand, I do feel like it's actually very shady that Rockstar are basically, you know, they can, under the cloak of NDA and, oh, we got to keep all of the secrecy surrounding this game. That's a very easy way to get all up in their business of your employees and then bust them anytime they try and start a union. Now, I believe that might actually not be allowed in the UK, but an apparent Rockstar Games employee has now posted about the recent union busting efforts, and this has apparently been verified. It says, hey, everyone, Rockstar employee of many years here. Understandably, I want to remain anonymous due to retaliation from the company. You didn't learn your lesson from the last guy, did you? But I may be willing to verify I'm an employee with @SpyDevice via DM. I'm also a member of the union. What union? Get rid of that union, man. We need this game ASAP. I've been reading a lot about the discussion on here and elsewhere about the firing of more than 34 of my colleagues last week, 31 in the UK and 3 in Canada. I've seen a lot of disinformation and lies that are really concerning, particularly concerning how so many folk are willing to believe the company's excuses. Last week, my colleagues who were in the studio were each individually messaged by human relations for a short, friendly meeting under the friendly guise of, hey, are you free for a quick chat? Upon attending this meeting, they were handed an envelope with a short letter stating their employment had been terminated for gross misconduct regarding posts made in Discord. They failed to provide any evidence when asked, nor was it stated in any of the letters. It did not divulge any other information or reasoning and no other reason. They refused their right to union representation in the disciplinary meeting, which is against UK employment law, and were frog-marched out of the studio with the meeting lasting less than 5 minutes. For colleagues who were not in the studio that day, they received a phone call from HR that lasted less than 2 minutes, telling them they were fired and that they'd received the same letter as above. I'm aware of one employee who had a panic attack at this moment, and HR hung up on them during this panic attack, not caring at all about their well-being. These colleagues of mine were hard workers who have spent many years at Rockstar in critical roles, with colleagues who have been at Rockstar for more than 18 years and none of them have ever had disciplinary in that time. They are not easily replaced and will certainly affect us in making our project deadlines. Oopsie, another delay. Bring them back. I love unions now. These are very senior artists, animators, quality assurance testers, designers, programmers, and producers, including leads, all super talented people who were proud of their work over multiple Rockstar titles, and all they wanted was the best for Rockstar and their fellow colleagues. Some of these members were off sick, recovering from surgery, or on paternity leave, fired without pay, losing their careers and putting them into hardship in the lead up to Christmas, and even potentially losing their visas to work in the UK. Let me make this clear. I never saw any discussion or leaking of Rockstar projects in the union Discord. The only ever discussion was around unionization efforts and the working conditions at Rockstar. The Discord wasn't public. It was a private Discord group that only contained Rockstar employees and the IWGB union officials. This was union busting and nothing else. Everyone else was a union member, and they were also predominantly from those who were on the union organizing committees of each UK studio. Just 1 week before, the union had reached 200 members, taking us over the 10% threshold required to seek recognition and begin engaging in collective bargaining, allowing us to directly negotiate with management on the key issues that affect us: worsening crunch, inadequate pay, and inflexible working arrangements. They have now fired 34 of us. There were over 250 of us in that union employee Discord group. There is the fear that if they get away with this, they'll have nothing stopping them from doing this again and again. Those of us who are lucky and remain for now work in fear, fearful when talking to each other at the tea prep, fearful when we're next in line and are easily got rid of, too scared to go outside the studio and talk to or even acknowledge our colleagues outside, protesting in fear of reprisals. Morale in the studio is at rock bottom. When we should be excited about what's to come over the next year, we're totally deflated and our trust and confidence in others is totally shot, which is the truly heartbreaking part. As for us in the union, all of our ambition was to make Rockstar a happier, fairer, safer, and more equitable place. That's all. What has happened clearly shows that we care more about the well-being of our colleagues at Rockstar than the company does. The union remains unbowed and is fighting to win the reinstatement of every dismissed member of staff at Rockstar through legal means and campaigning. This fight is critical. If Rockstar can get away with this, they'll keep treating their workers with disdain, disrespect, and subjecting them to continued illegal treatment. Thanks for your time. I hope that this is some truth that helps you understand what's going on. Contribute to the fundraiser. They got a fundraiser, actionnetwork.org. So if you want to go and fund this, if this would make the game come out quicker, I'll just give you all my money right now. All right. This is bad. All right. Thumbnails, no cap. This is bad. I'm not going to lie. Reading that made me think, bruh, Rockstar got a lot of other stuff on their plate right now. It might not be too easy for them to get their gaming on, get their developing on, get their coding on, bro. It's heartbreaking stuff, man. So look, I'm super disappointed to hear about the delay. I'm super overly tight over this situation, man. It's an absolute joke, if you ask me. Honestly, I'm pissed. And yeah, look, it's bad news. All of this going on in behind the scenes, it's looking even worse, man. So look, it might be 2027 for GTA 6. Some of us might not make it, man. So pray for those who did. Pray for everybody to make it. I pray all of you. I pray you watching this make it to GTA 6, man. But who knows? Could be 100 years. We could be living in the AI utopia, head in a jar, Futurama style. Still waiting for GTA 6, man. I'm tight over this, man. So look, catch you guys in the next video, man. It's peak. Go and watch the 6ix9ine interview. I dropped the full-length 6ix9ine interview over on my Patreon, patreon.com/traplawross. Go and watch it, full, uncut, nothing blurred, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We kept it real. I know a lot of people. I ain't even gonna get into all that, but look. Uncut on Patreon, the full-length version will come soon, okay? But I'm going to let that marinate a little bit. I ain't going to lie. I need to make back some of that money because that was an expensive trip, man. That was an expensive interview. It was crazy, okay? So go and show some love to the Patreon. Go and show some love to the 6ix9ine video. All the clips are here if you want to see them censored. All of the clips are out now. I'll keep it real with you guys. There's no more 6ix9ine clips coming. That's it. All right, full interview. There's a couple of little moments in that interview that aren't in the clips, little exclusives in there. It's uncut on patreon.com/traplawross right now. Go and get it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I appreciate it. I'm out here. Peace. GTA 6 coming never.